What's up, guys? Today we are going to be going over my NFL playoff bracket. So far this year in the NFL has been a really weird year, especially with the whole stuff going on with the NFC South, and then also there are a lot of teams in the playoffs that were not at all predicted to be there. Like I said in the introduction, we're going to be going over my NFL playoff bracket. And for the first game, which is at 4:30 today, it is Rams versus Panthers. And for this game, I think it's pretty obvious who I'm going with. I'm going with the Rams just because, honestly, like, the Panthers, I just don't see them beating the Rams. The Rams have got Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, and just more people who are going to beat the Panthers. I think this one's a no-doubter. I think, honestly, no one in the NFC South deserved to be in the playoffs this year. For my second projection, it is going to be the Bears-Packers game tonight at 8. And for this one, I'm going with the Bears. They're just a much higher seed. And I know this is like a pretty intense rivalry, I'm pretty sure. But I just see the Bears coming out on top. They're just a much better team in my opinion. For our next game, we've got Bills versus Jaguars, which is tomorrow at 1 p.m. And honestly, this game's kind of a weird game because we've got the Jaguars, who before the season weren't even like considered to even be in the playoffs, and now they're being considered for the Super Bowl, obviously, because they're the 3 seed of the AFC. And then we've got the Bills, who before the season were already big Super Bowl contenders. They were projected to be at least like the 1 or 2 seed in the AFC. But with this game, even though the Jags are the higher seed, I'm going to go with the Bills. I just believe in Josh Allen more and James Cook. I think they're just good. Like, Trevor Lawrence is great and all, but I don't think he's as good as Josh Allen. Next up, we've got the 3 seed Eagles versus the 6 seed 49ers. And for this game, I feel like the 49ers have been a pretty good team recently, especially in the second half of the season. But I just think the Eagles are going to come out on top this game. I honestly think that Saquon's going to finally have a big game this year, hopefully. Yeah, I got the Eagles winning this one. For our next game, we've got the 2 seed Patriots going against the 7 seed Chargers. And for this game, we've got another interesting dilemma-ish thing, kind of. Because before the season, the Patriots weren't even considered to be in the playoffs. And definitely not be a 2 seed in the playoffs. And then we've got the Chargers, who were projected to be in the playoffs and be definitely a higher seed than the 7 seed, but I mean, at least they made it, you know. And then with this game, Justin Herbert, like, he's great and all, but I think Drake May is having a great season. And sure, most people will say that the Patriots had a super weak schedule, and I agree with that, but I still think that the Patriots are going to come out on top this one. Oh, and I just totally forgot to talk about the Texans-Steeler games in my initial recording, but I got Texans winning here because I think they got good defense, and yeah, there's not really much else to say. I got Texans here. Next up, if my other picks were right, then on the AFC side we'll have Broncos versus Bills, and the Broncos were the number 1 seed, so they've got the bye, obviously. And this one, I think the Broncos are going to come out on top. I don't know if they should have been the 1 seed, but I believe in Bo Nix, and they're just on a roll right now. So, you know, I got the Broncos here. Next up, again, if my other picks were right, we got the Patriots versus the Texans. On this one, I don't think the Texans will hold on this one. I think they'll kind of crumble. I don't know why. I just feel like they're kind of chokers. I got the Patriots winning this one. And yeah, next up, I've got the Seahawks versus the Rams, again, if my previous picks were right. This one is tough, because before the Rams kind of went on that big losing slide around the end of the season, these 2 teams were considered the top 2 teams in the NFL at that point. But with that, I've got the Seahawks pulling it out on this point. A lot of people would think that the Rams are still better even after that losing slide, but I still got the Seahawks here. Next up, we've got the Bears versus the Eagles, and with this one, I don't think that the Eagles are going to do it here. not much else to say, but I think the Bears are going to come on top here. Next up for the NFC Conference Championship, if my other picks were right, I've got the number 1 seed Seahawks versus the 2 seed Bears, which is pretty basic, but yeah, I got the Seahawks winning this one. Again, they're just a dominant team right now. I think they've got the strength to get it back to the Super Bowl. And then on the AFC side for the conference championship, again, we've got the 1 seed against the 2 seed, which is the Broncos versus the Patriots, and I've got the Broncos here on this one. They're just my favorite right now, and I believe in Bo Nix, again, because this team's just been on fire recently. So, yeah, we're going to have Broncos versus Seahawks in the Super Bowl. And in this matchup, I've got the Broncos. I know I've kind of been glazing them a little bit, but I don't have a complete reason why. I just like the Broncos more, and I see them coming out. And also, Bo Nix was my fantasy quarterback, and he kind of carried me at the end of the season. I actually ended up winning that fantasy, but so, yeah, I've got the Broncos here.